Have you ever wondered about the dangers of surfing over reefs? In this video, we will uncover the scary truth about surfing in coral reefs. One of the worst things that can happen to you is having an accident. Saving people at reefs is tough because the water currents are strong and unpredictable. The reefs can be confusing and dangerous to move around in, making the rescue even more challenging. A surfer who gets knocked out can end up stuck underwater because their leash gets caught on the corals. Being alone in the sea with no help around, or even if there are people trying to help, strong waves can make it really hard to rescue them. This means you have a high chance of drowning if you pass out in the ocean. Rescue efforts get even harder in remote places where it's tough to get medical help. This brings us to perhaps the most dangerous aspect of reef surfing. Strong currents are like unseen forces, pulling and pushing with a power that can catch even the most experienced surfers off guard. These currents, created by the unique underwater topography of reefs, can change direction without warning, leading to potentially hazardous situations. They can swiftly drag surfers away from their intended path, making it challenging to return to a safe point, or even pushing them into perilous areas with sharp corals. The scary truth is that these currents are unpredictable, adding a layer of risk to the thrill of reef surfing. They demand respect and awareness, as underestimating them can lead to dire consequences. Sharp drops add another level of danger to this already challenging sport. Reefs often have sudden depth changes where the seabed can drop steeply and unexpectedly. This feature, particularly dangerous in areas like Tirhupuo, can turn a surfing spot from seemingly safe to extremely risky within a few yards. Surfers might find themselves over a deep underwater cliff, struggling to maintain control amidst powerful wave actions. These sharp drops are not just physical obstacles. They also affect the behavior of the waves, making them more unpredictable and potentially forming hazardous conditions. The truth is, these dramatic depth changes in reef environments demand a high level of skill and local knowledge, making them unsuitable for inexperienced surfers. The sharp drops can disorient surfers and cause grave bodily harm. And this is another reason the shallow water makes wipeouts on reefs more dangerous than others. For instance, if a wave slams you on a sand bed, the impact won't be as severe as hitting a coral or a rocky seabed, which is harder and more unforgiving. You can see how shallow the reefs are and how easy it will be to get injured if you fall on it.
For how big the barrels get out there and for how shallow it is, it's scary.
Beyond the shadow of sharks lies a world of lesser-known but equally hazardous creatures, like the venomous box and irukandji jellyfish in the Great Barrier Reef. From painful stings to life-threatening reactions, these marine inhabitants pose real risks. But it's not just the famous species. Hidden amongst the corals are sharp edges, spiny sea urchins, and deceptive plants, each carrying their own threats. This underwater ecosystem, while mesmerizing, demands respect and caution, reminding surfers they're treading in a world where beauty is intertwined with danger. The next fact is super scary. Did you know that if you safely fall into the water and avoid aquatic predators, you can still get attacked? Corals are alive and can send you to the ER ward if things go south. They contain live organisms that might harm you. Some types of coral, such as the fire coral, can cause a burning sensation when in contact with the skin. Here is what a fire coral looks like. Coral reefs have caused severe injuries, even to the pros. Kiala Kennelly, the two-time winner of the Billabong Pro at Tahiti, had this crazy wipeout at Tirhupuo, which left her with severe facial injuries. Doctors had to remove pieces of coral from her face.
First, I was pretty traumatized by it. Kind of can gauge how bad it is by other people's reactions. People are literally like turning white and running the other way. So I was like, oh my God.
If you cut yourself while surfing, you dare not leave the wounds unattended because it could cost you your life. No matter your experience, the reefs show no mercy. In 2015, Owen Wright, an Australian surfer, suffered a concussion during a warm-up session in the pipeline.
The way I look at it would be like jumping in a washing machine and putting it on fast spin with no helmet on. When you're falling off those waves, you flip end over end that fast.
He had to take a hiatus at the time due to brain damage. He needed therapy to regain basic function and learn how to surf again.
2015, I was in the title race, been looking in great form. And then just by surprise, just had a severe concussion and TBI, which is a bleed on the brain.
Similarly, Tom Lowe, British pro surfer, had a close brush with death at Tirhupuo. He fell on a massive wave that slammed on the reef. The impact shattered 5 of his ribs and punctured his lungs. He was lucky to survive. Both stories serve as harrowing reminders. In the realm of reef surfing, experience offers no immunity against the ocean's unforgiving might. These pro surfers' encounters with catastrophe highlight the inherent risks of surfing over reefs. The hidden danger of reef surfing lies not just in physical risks, but on the psychological toll it takes on surfers. The experience of standing on a surfboard, peering down at the crystal clear waters, revealing the sharp edges of the reef below, invokes a primal fear. This vivid visibility, often glorified, can be intimidating, especially when surfers realize that a single misjudgment could lead to a disastrous fall into the reef. Such acute awareness of the potential dangers lurking beneath the waves can significantly impact a surfer's mental state. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. We have countless videos on surfing you will enjoy and learn from. Do turn on the notification bell to never miss our upcoming videos. We will catch you in the next video, and don't forget to stay stoked.